The risk of being chosen. I hope you guys had a restful night. I was up, y'all. I have something that's starting here, like a little pimple, and I don't know what it is, and it's bugging me that I'm looking myself in the camera. But either way, I'm alive, so I'm not gonna let it bother me too much. But I had a restful night. I stayed up for until like about 11 o'clock. I was making t-shirts because I have orders for Mother's Day, and so I was taking care of that. And yeah, so that's what happened. But give me a minute, guys. I'm setting up my script. I'm always ready. I don't like to come live and have my camera off, my eyes off the camera looking around. It's just not professional. So, welcome in. Good morning. My name is Athena. If you're here for the first time, if you are a first time viewer, I would love to shout you out after the live. So, feel free to say hello to me. I don't know why I don't see my Facebook comments. Good morning, Simone. But I'm now seeing my Facebook comment. I'm seeing Simone. Good morning. Let me put the comments on the screen so I can see it because I need to see my notes on the screen. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm happy you're here, Simone. You caught me this morning. If you are here and you did not arrive I want you to know that you did not arrive by accident. You woke up, you showed up, and that alone tells me there is still something in you that refuses to quit. This is first light, not noise, not distraction, not performance. This is where you come back to yourself before the world starts pulling on you, before you step out into the world and take care of your morning because it's what time is it right now? It's 7:09 before the world. I'm going to open up my other Facebook page because I am not sure why sometimes I don't see all the comments. But okay, so you are on this page. So I'm seeing that page. So I'm gonna go into the other page and see why I can't see anything. I want to make sure I am seeing everyone. Um I always happy to see you. I'm always happy you're here too. Let me see why I can't see everybody here. All right. So hopefully I can see people coming in. But nevertheless, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So today we are talking about something most people want, but very few prepared to handle: being chosen. We're going to talk about being chosen, the illusion of being chosen. Everyone wants to be chosen, chosen for the job, chosen for the relationship, chosen for the opportunity, chosen for the platform. But nobody talks about what comes after. Because being chosen looks good from the outside. It looks like favor. It looks like elevation. It looks like things are finally working in your favor. But what people do not see is the weight you carry after being chosen, the responsibility, the expectations, the pressure to perform. Alana girl, welcome here. Nobody welcome here. The responsibility, the expectations, the pressure to perform, the decisions that no one else can make for you. And that is where many people break, not because they were not capable, but because they were not prepared. Today, we want to talk about Esther. Today, I want to incorporate the story of Esther and the power of being chosen or the risk of being chosen. Let's talk about Esther for a minute. Esther did not campaign for her position. She did not build a brand. She did not position herself publicly. She was placed in a palace, placed in proximity to power, placed in a situation where her life could change overnight. And it did. She became queen. Now, most people would stop the story right there. They would celebrate the title, celebrate the position, celebrate the outcome. But the real story begins after she was chosen, because now she had responsibility. Now she had responsibility. And let's talk about the hidden pressure. There came a moment where Esther had to make a decision: stay silent or stay safe, or speak up and risk everything. Because walking into that king's presence uninvited could cost her life. When she decided to walk into the king's presence uninvited, it could cost her life. So understand this: her position did not remove fear, it increased fear. And this is where you need to pay attention. Some of you think once you get where you are trying to go, everything will feel easier. No, it does not get easier. The higher you go, the quieter the room gets. And I could tell you, when I had 5 followers and 10 followers on Facebook, I heard from all 10 people. Now I have 102,000 people following me. I only hear from 20. The higher you go, the quieter the room gets. Fewer people understands you. Fewer people can guide you, and the decisions carry more weight. So you can start asking yourself these questions. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I lose everything? What if this backfires? That is the pressure. That is the kind of pressure you feel when you're chosen. That is the kind of pressure you feel of being chosen. Preparation over emotion. But Esther did something very powerful. She did not move off of emotion. She prepared. She fasted. She paused. She got her mind right before she made her move. Because clarity is more important than speed. I'm going to say that again. Clarity is more important than speed. Some of you are reacting too quickly, speaking too fast, responding out of hurt. We have to be careful when we are responding. We have listen, I get all kinds of negativity on the internet. Sometimes they come as bold into my DMs, and you have to be able to compose yourself. These people don't know me. So I can't get emotional because they talking on the internet. So we have to be conscious of how we respond with emotions, right? Speaking too fast and responding out of hurt, making decision based on temporary emotions. And then you are dealing with permanent consequences, because sometimes when we respond because we're so hurt, we have permanent consequences. Esther shows you a different approach. And I love Esther because I try to model how she responds, especially how I navigate myself on social media. I like to um, not respond to things emotionally. Sometimes I see things and sometimes I get messages and I'm like, you know what? Delete, block. I'm not doing this because I don't want people to upset my spirit. Only you have control over your spirit. And that's what Esther's story teaches us. But let's continue. Esther shows you a different approach. Esther shows you a different approach. Pause, get grounded, then move. And then she said something that most people are not ready to say. MG Nutrition Way. What is this live about? I am new. First of all, welcome to my live. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. for morning light, first light, where I speak into our lives and inspire us. I just don't speak to you, I speak to myself and inspire us. So this morning, we're talking about the risk of being chosen, and we're taking inspiration from the story of Esther. Thank you for being here. And then she said something that most people are not ready to say. If I perish, I perish. Not out of fear, out of clarity. She understood something, that purpose will always require risk. Purpose will always require risk. You cannot step into who you are supposed to be and stay comfortable at the same time. You cannot step into who you are supposed to be and stay comfortable at the same time. It does not work like that. So she made a decision not based on comfort, not based on fear, but based on responsibility. Now, let's bring this into our lives. Some of us are in positions right now where you need to make a decision. You need to speak up. You need to set boundaries. And boundaries is something that, for some reason, Caribbean people, especially my Guyanese folks, they don't have boundaries because the way they be coming on people's personal space, it's insane. But we are sometimes placed in decisions to make decisions, and we need to speak up. We need to set boundaries. We need to walk away. You need to step into something bigger, and you are hesitating. Why are you hesitating? Because you're calculating in your mind the loss. If I speak up, what am I going to lose? If I set boundaries, what am I going to lose? If I walk away, what am I going to lose? If I step away, what am I going to lose? We anticipate and we hesitate speaking up and doing things for us because we calculate the loss. What will people think of me if I speak up? What if this does not work if I set boundaries? What if I lose this relationship if I tell my husband that what he does makes me unhappy? What if I lose this opportunity if I tell my boss how she handles this situation makes me uncomfortable? But here is the real question. What are you losing by staying silent? What are you losing by staying silent? What if it's costing you to keep avoiding what you already know? What if it's costing you to keep avoiding what you already know? Because silence is not always peace. Silence is not always peace. Sometimes silence is fear dressed up as wisdom. Silence is sometimes fear dressed up as wisdom. So this morning, I am not telling you to move recklessly. I am telling you to prepare yourself intentionally. Get your thoughts in order, get your emotions in check, and get clear on what you need to do. Then move. Not loud, not dramatic, just decisive. Because the same God who placed you where you are will meet you in the moment you choose to act. I'm going to say that again. The same God who placed you where you are will meet you in the moment you choose to act. You were not placed where you are by accident, but being chosen is not the reward, it is the assignment. Being chosen is not the reward, it's the assignment. And today you have a choice: stay comfortable or step into your responsibility. Today you have a choice: stay comfortable or step into your responsibility. Stay silent or step into clarity. But whatever you do, do it with intention. This is First Light. And this is where we choose who we are going to be before the world decides for us. I'm going to say that again. When you come here every morning at 7 o'clock, I am helping us to prepare our mind to be who we are supposed to be before the world chooses or decides who we will be. I thank you for being here. My name is Athena. I hope this morning message was inspirational to you as it is to me, because sometimes when things happen in our lives we tend to respond out of emotions, even in our family life, even in our children would do something and it pisses us off, and sometimes you have to be like, should I respond or should I walk away? Should I respond based on how those words made me feel, or should I walk away? I have teenagers. I have three teenagers at home. And let me tell you, the mouth of my 15-year-old, sometimes I have to count from 1 to 20. And then I have to go back and count again from 1 to 20 and count again because her mouth is so much sass. And then I have my 13-year-old. Adrian, who is my 19-year-old, he does not say much. He's a man of few words. But those two girls, oh my goodness. And in that moment, sometimes I have to learn to not respond to them out of being angry with my emotions and ask God to be like, you know what? Send to me. What should I do right now? Should I walk away or should I stay? Should I yell? Should I hit? Should I pelt something at them? Or should I compose myself and control my emotions? And most of the times I tend to walk away because good morning, Anatole. I missed you. You have not been here. Well, I haven't been live in 2 weeks, but I came back yesterday and I missed you yesterday. So thank you for being here. We're already wrapping up. So if you guys are now coming in, I have 20 persons looking at me today. If I'm going to stop by and let you guys let me know where you're coming in from so I can say hello. Don't be shy now. I want to say hi to you. Yes. So but I'm happy you're here. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, sometimes our children would challenge us. Good morning, Mona. How are you? Mona, you're coming in on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Our children sometimes will challenge us as moms, and we have to choose if we're going to pelt something after them or we're going to breathe and say, you know what? Not today. We're not fighting this battle today. We just got to pick our battles. Sometimes you're at work and somebody's going to say something to trigger you. You got to be like, I'm picking my battles today, baby. No, you not. Nuh-uh. Whoever send you? Like yesterday, I'm at work and a patient comes into Zoom. I see patients on Zoom and a patient comes into on Zoom and it's Petula. Oh my God. Petula, I was asking Yvonne when last she spoke to you. I am so happy you are here. How are you? Y'all, Petula is one of my classmates from school, and I have literally asked for her last week. Literally asked someone for her last week. I am happy you are here, my love. I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well with you. Um, yes, and it girl, you made me scream. So if I scream in anybody's ears, it's just out of excitement. It's just out of excitement. I like to connect with people, and you guys know I get excited when I see you come in and say hello. I treat everybody the same way. You come in and you say hello, I get excited to see everyone except if you cross me. But nevertheless, guys, I was telling you about a story before I leave. I have 2 minutes before I leave. I'm going to tell you quickly. So my patient came in and I was going over his labs with him. Yes, fun times, love. I was going over his labs with him, and he was like,
um you know what, you're wasting my time because I cannot promise you that I'm not going to eat steaks this summer. And in that moment, you know what I had to do? I had to say to myself in my head, I was like, not today, Lord. Please, please, this is not a battle I need to fight because I just lost 110 pounds, darling. So I am just here to help you be healthy. I had to say, but you can't tell. Good morning, Miss Norma. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I think the last time I saw you on my live, Miss Norma, was when I was selling jewelry. Welcome. Um, Sometimes you have to pick your battles. That's the point I'm trying to make. We just have to pick our battles, and it's not always going to be dandy. It's not going to always be shiny and glorious. We're gonna have challenges because that's how, when you, like the story said, if you were here from the beginning, when you are chosen, it's gonna come with the assignment. The challenges are going to come with the assignment. And I always believe this, when I had 10 followers and 5 followers and 20 followers, God give you those amount of people because he wants you to get your practice, your assignment, right? He wants you to get good communication with them, and then he increases it. He sends more and he sends more. Now I have 102,000 on Facebook. One of my Facebook pages. I'm trying to build the other one up, but you guys not going over there. Are you guys not? I don't know what's the story over there, but nevertheless, 102,000. And some would be like, "Girl, you making money?" No, I'm not yet. But it's not about the money. It's about understanding your assignment. I remember, I remember the day clearly when I was laying in Kings County Hospital fighting for my life when I was pregnant with Adrian. And I said, God, if you spare my life, I'm going to live the rest of my life telling people of your goodness. I'm going to live the rest of my life sharing my testimony. I'm going to live the rest of my life being authentic because I want people to know that there's somebody out there like them. Because a lot of times we don't know that people are going through the same things we are going through because we were taught, we came in a culture where they taught us to not tell our business. So when we are going through our challenges and the world just feel like it's falling apart, we don't speak about it. So we don't know that there's somebody else on the outside that's going through similar issues like us. And I made a promise, which is why I started creating content. I didn't necessarily started creating content because I want to make money. And truth be told, my page is now monetizing on Facebook because somebody reported, some jealous person reported. So right now I don't even make $5. It's not either here or there. The point is, I understand my assignment and I believe that if I continue to show up, one day I will be able to receive the blessing that God has for me. It's all about showing up and not quitting. Having all of you come in here and say good morning is not here by mistake. You're not here by mistake. There's something that I have gone through in my life that I have shared with you that you have connected to. So I don't take it lightly when I have all of you come in. I don't like when y'all don't say nothing, but I like the folks that come in and say good morning, hello, because that motivates me. That motivates me when I hear from you and you say, "Hi, Athena, good morning." I mean, that's all you need to say. If you say more, I'll welcome it. But when you come in and you say, "Good morning, how are you doing?" Or you say, "Oh, I like today's show," that is motivation for me as much as I come and bring motivation. We all need to motivate each other. We can't survive. No matter how much we think we could survive in this world without each other, we need each other. We need each other. I need you and you need me. And with that being said, I thank you for being here. Petula, it was great connecting with you. Um, Hi, George says hi. That is so true. Took me a minute to understand. Good morning, beautiful lady. Oh, thank George. Well, Georgia, I am happy you stayed to understand, though. I am happy you stayed to understand. And if I'm speaking too fast, let me know. So next time you come back, I'll speak slower so you can understand. But I appreciate all of you for being here and interacting with me. If you are not following me on YouTube, I'm trying to get my YouTube. You still do your jewelry. You still do your jewelry? No, I am not doing the jewelry business, but I do have jewelry that I'm selling out. So if you need to purchase, I'm selling it by the hundreds. So I'm selling it at $1 a piece if you're buying 100 pieces. So if you know anybody that's looking for jewelry, I have a few pieces left. I will get in touch with Yvonne to get your number. No problem, my love. Please do. I would love to hear from you. Um, if you are not following me on YouTube, I'm trying to monetize on YouTube. And if you guys love me, please do me a favor, run over to YouTube, look for Athena Show. Look for Athena Show and follow me and comment on one of the videos so I can know that you're over there. Too short. What is too short? I have to go now. What is too short? What is too short? Let me hear what from Simone, what she says. What is too short? I feel like my face is shining so much. I did my skincare this morning, and so this shine that you're seeing is the collagen on my face. But nevertheless, guys, thank you for being here. I have to head to work. I love you guys with the love of God, and there's nothing you can do about it because God loves me first, that I can extend love to you. Thank you for being here. See you guys tomorrow. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna come back and look for your comment. Are you going to be here tomorrow at 7 a.m.? Are you going to be, if you want me to come earlier, I can work a thing out. But are you going to be here at 7 a.m.? Thank you for joining me and have a blessed day. All right. Y'all take care. And if you're coming in the replay, make sure you comment in the comment section so I can welcome you. I had two new persons here. Georgia, thank you for being here. Georgia Jacobs, thank you for being here. You guys take care.